Right? So, I'm not normally the guy that puts himself in videos all the time. I'm not, hey guys, check me out and what I'm up to. But I thought I'd share with you guys some really cool walk and talk kind of things because Lisa and I do lots of cool things in Collingwood. And as you do cool things in Collingwood, I thought I'd share with you some of our favorite haunts and maybe talk about some of the business things that are going on, some really cool things. So I'll take a little walk and talk today, and then maybe we'll see where we go from there. Lisa's holding onto my kilt. I'm going to hold on to this tree while I see what I can see. I'm going to go past this tree. Hang on. I got it, Lisa. I got it. Lisa doesn't like seeing me die. I think she's a fan of my living. Okay. So this is one of... Wow. That's just breathtaking. One of the lookouts. And there's another lookout we're going to come to in a few minutes.
You actually can't see the land too well through that.
I know.
Phone.
Let me see if I can get the exposure different. There we go. I'm just using my little phone. One day I might take my big rig. I'll give you guys a picture of what my big rig looks like. I have some very nice camera gear that maybe I'll give you some really hi-fi shooting another time. And you really can't see the depth of that. But that must be a good 50 yards down. Just gorgeous.
You have to give that in American speak.
Yeah, for us 50 yards.
150 feet.
100, no, yards and feet, we're good.
Yes.
I didn't say meters.
Oh shit, that's right. Okay, in Canada we use everything. We use both metric and, so yeah, we get confused. We do both pounds and kilograms and yeah.
I said yards because I'm thinking as an archer, that's about how far I'd shoot an arrow.
I forget in Canada we're supposed to do meters. Because we all talk in yards. The only time you use meters is when you go to a fabric shop.
Come on, I'm 3.5 meters tall. Anyway. Sorry, just left that one spot and I stopped rolling. I might as well kept rolling. I don't want to bore you guys with some of the transitionary moments on this trail, but honestly, this part of the trail, just about every moment you have, it's just absolutely, there's something else cool going on.
Well, technically we're off trail. They want us to walk around, so yeah.
Yeah, there are some lookout spots though that are very common that all the locals love going to, and this is one we're coming to. That's a tease of where we're going to be in a moment. And it's just, there's one of the things that made me want to move to Collingwood years ago is I love moments that make you feel tiny like a pea, so you walk up to the big water and you feel like you're 2 inches tall compared to the environment you're in. And you go out to a lookout point like this and then you realize, my gosh, there's more to life than my little concerns and my little importances and all of those my littles. Let me see if I can walk here without falling off the edge. Here we go. I'll give you a panoramic.
And there's the other peak that we hiked to.
That's right.
All the way over there.
That's right.
Get my finger in the shot.
Oh, you'd have to go way up. I don't think they'd be able to see it. But you see that little peak in the middle there, guys.
So we've actually hiked from that peak to this peak and back in 5 hours.
Yes, that was incredible.
We couldn't move for 2 days.
And then we got back and friends were saying, you only went for a walk. Why are you so tired? Why are you complaining? And so...
We brought them.
Yeah, we brought them, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 2 weeks later?
Yeah.
And then they never complained again. It's amazing how quiet friends can get when you actually walk a mile in someone else's shoes.
And either someone's living here or someone left a blanket
someone left
behind.
a blankie.
Yeah. It's nice how, for the most part, people don't steal up here. If they find something, they hang it up.
Yeah. I came up here years ago with a good friend, Andrew Weckman. He had the Weckman Initiative, the not-for-profit that was supporting the school. And there is a small group of the individuals that are at this peak. And I'm not going at least. And they're at this peak and they're sitting here minding their own business. And we were we were coming up, and we rested our backpack down, and then we wanted other people to take it in too, so we just went for a little mini walk. We left our backpacks, and Andrew said, "You're gonna leave your backpacks there? Aren't they gonna steal it?" And I'm like, "Andrew, we're in Canada." He's like, "Oh shoot, I forgot about that."
Well, now it depends on the part of Canada. We weren't in Toronto, Vancouver, or Montreal.
Yeah, I guess that's
So,
true.
yeah.
But you know, the culture up
pretty
here,
good in
just
college.
speaking of how amazing the culture is, we all look out for one another in really cool ways up here, and it's great. And especially when you're at moments where there's big cliffs like this and people can get hurt, and we all support one another in really cool ways. I remember one time years ago, remember that time we're walking on the Bruce Trail and a bunch of tourist leaves came up to us and said,
Oh my freaking goodness, they were done.
it was getting close to sunset, and they'd never been up here before. And they say, "We hear there's a cliff somewhere out
A
here."
lookout.
A look. No,
A lookout.
no, they were looking for a cliff. They're
I
looking
thought they were looking for a
no,
lookout.
a lookout / cliff, right?
Oh, okay.
And
no water.
Yeah, no water,
phone,
no nothing.
No map.
And
They
then
didn't know how to use the trail markers.
and we said, "We think there's a cliff out that way." And I mean, you're walking to sunset in a place that you've never seen before. It's like, oh my gosh, I hope they come back in one
No
piece.
supplies whatsoever.
I know. The first time we came up here, because I'm an old tripper, I used to do canoe trips and hiking trips and do massive kind of 100 mile an hour, 100 mile, sorry, 100 mile did we do? I think something like that. Yeah, 100, no, I think it was 100 miles we did. It was 150 kilometers we did in a week and a half. And
Canoeing.
yeah, canoe trip, yeah. And yeah, it was absolutely stunning because, hang on. It was absolutely stunning because when we went, I just lost it. Lisa distracted me because she really, really wants to go down that path,
wanna
which is
keep
what we're
walking.
going to do. I know, but I'm taking in the scenery over here. So I forget what I was saying now.
legs
Oh
are
yeah,
bored.
the first time we came out here, that's right. I came out with like a hatchet and
We had our
fire
maps,
starting stuff, maps.
all
we
of our
had
food and water.
first aid. We had dry clothes. We had, just everything. Because even ropes, rescue ropes.
We had our bear spray.
A bear spray.
Coyotes up here.
Yes, because we used to come up from Barrie, and Barrie's about a 1 hour drive away from Collingwood.
And we did not have cell phones back then.
Yeah, so here we are, fully equipped, and then of course it was extra ironic that yes, 2 weeks later people said, "Where's the cliffs?" with absolutely nothing on them. I tell you, nature is beautiful, but at the same time, we all got to respect it, right? And we all got to take care of it. Another thing I love about being up here is a lot of people they clean up. We try to leave the bush in better shape than what we found it in, right?
Tourists don't understand.
Yeah, some people don't, right? A lot of like city folk, I guess sometimes they just think that the garbage people just come by automatically everywhere. And that's truly not the case. But on the most part, it's kept clean up here. And here's another lookout. Let me see how close I can get to
Well,
this
no one
edge.
cleans it. We have to keep it clean.
Yeah. So
Touch that.
it's great that I got a ledge right in front of my toe here. I'm going to show you that ledge in a minute, as Lisa gets a little bit nervous. I got to turn off the gimbal again for it to go down. Let me see if I can get a tilt for you guys. Give me 1 second. Boom. Tilt, toe, and edge. I don't know how far that goes. That must be
150-foot drop. I think.
yeah, 150 at least. And it's really cool. The birds aren't too active right now, but there's often birds of prey that sit up here, and it is so wild that you're up here and you're looking down upon the back of a turkey vulture or a crow, and as they're flying, how often hawks, even the occasional bald eagle will fly through here. So how often you get the chance to see a bald eagle flying underneath you is absolutely breathtaking.
And that peak over there, Osler, is the highest
That's-
peak in Ontario.
Yeah, Osler Bluff, yeah.
Yeah.
Highest peak in Ontario, yes, that's right. And then I think you'd have to go north. Another beautiful Bruce Trail is up the Tobermory side too. These are the two legendary parts of the Bruce Trail to come to. Thanks for joining us. Just a mere feet of where we once were is this fun. We call it Cooking Rock. This rock is a rally point we made it to years ago when we were just new. Remember when I said I took the hatchet and all that kind of stuff, and it was heavy, and we walked all the way from Duntroon here. We wanted to get to Castle Glen, and Castle Glen is, I don't know, another 2 hour, depending on 2 hour hike in that direction. But we came all the way out here, and as far as we went,
0 and rainy.
it was cold, yes. I remember there's one lady that came up and looked at us, and I was like, "Where'd you come from?" We said, "Duntroon." It's like, "You're all the way down here?" Almost was snowing, right? She thought, "You guys are crazy." And so you're not supposed to light fires on the trail. Everyone, you're not supposed to have tents either on the trail. They're designated tenting areas. But we end up warming up our hands and feet underneath that cooking rock for a while, a couple years ago. So forever, we call it cooking rock. I don't know what you locals call it.
It's just another boulder to most people.
I know, eh? It looked a little bit different years ago because there was a little ledge. It was sitting on top so that you can actually hide under it and it'll trap whatever heat you had. But yeah, I know I got it.
Damien's obsessed with views, people. Just to let you know.
Can you tell? This is where and how I decompress. You know, no matter how crazy your day is. And this is where why I'm sharing this with you as well. This is some of my moments. So if you're having a long bad day, even a good day, this makes it better, doesn't it? I wish I could shoot this horizontally, but when you're doing lives, I'm told it doesn't really work well horizontally. Maybe I'll do one horizontal shot just for kicks and see if I can compile it in a video for y'all. And here's a horizontal for you. I'm sure it looks like a tiny little thumbnail now in your screen. With, of course, the beautifully done natural nature chemtrail, because, you know, it's not a contrail. It's a, you know, Mother Nature draws straight lines all the time, right? That's just how it works. And I believe this will mark there's one lookout section that I didn't share with y'all because that was just for my eyes only, because I'm selfish sometimes. But this is the end of the lookout section, I think, on the most part. We still got some cool treacherous moments here. Years ago, I took a friend down here this way, and we went for a night walk. If you ever get a chance to, you know, you walk it in the evening on at least a half moon or a full moon, something like that. But you make sure that no light gets in your eyes, period, like unless it's natural light, for a whole half hour, because it takes the rods and cones half hour or so for your eyes to acclimatize. And what ends up happening for all you city slickers who've never left the unnatural light is really cool, because you actually see in greater definition in black and white on your rods, because your cone's shut down because the light's not enough. But you see the bush in such a cool definition. So we decided to come walking up here one time, and just we had flashlights we kept in our pocket, because when you walk close to the cliffs, you don't want to do that black as night, no matter what.
And you were crawling, right?
Well, yeah, the moon took too long to get up, so it got dark. So here we're orienteering at night. We're both kind of orienteering kind of guys, so we can make our way through just about anything. But man, it was such a nice experience doing that night walk. So I don't know if I'm going to name drop anyone, but I was going to say kudos to the guy that came with me. Maybe I'll start name dropping some of my friends one of these days. But just thought I'd share with you some of the cool scenery and some cool stories that we've gone through. So many cool stories living up here. Okay, this is just on the edge of calling it a day while Lisa zips up my backpack after getting some water. Thank you so much for journeying with us today on, I don't know, Walk and Talk with Damien Spalding. Let's brand this. It's like Body Break with Joanne blah blah blah. What's his name? Hal Johnson? Hal Johnson and Joanne McLeod. See, now we are dating ourselves. Thanks again for joining me, and we'll catch you next time. Aight, see ya. I'm so trendy. Trail. Ankle breaker. I can't even say ankle. Oh my goodness. What's the matter with me? So cool.
It's not just ankle breaker. That takes out your whole leg.
Yeah.